At Nintendo, the adventure started with card games.
よく賭博、博打に使われたりしましたからね。しかし、
The desire for amusement has always been present throughout human history. That cannot be denied.
できないもんなんですよね。ですから、
In the past, when one of our games became particularly popular, people sought to hinder its success.
だから基本的にはやはり特に江戸時代を中心に、
That was the case because the Confucianism, which is deeply rooted in Japanese culture.
でこれがいわゆる完全懲悪とともに
The society saw all games as corrupt. Only work and seriousness were considered to be virtuous.
高度成長期に入って非常に遊びも多様化してくるしね。
The economic surge, however, has created new possibilities for structuring one's free time. From 1965 onward, we had to develop new games to satisfy our customers.
入っていくわけですけども、その1965年
By 1975, we created the foundations of what was to become the Famicom.
それが1975年からの始まる、コンピューターを使ったオーディオ
We expanded the world of games, computers, and audio-visual experiences.
これ入っていくわけですね。
ファミコンっていうのはこの家庭の
A Famicom is a video game that runs on one's TV at home.
してます。
The software is located on a plastic cassette that one plugs into the console, which is itself connected to the TV.
本体というコンソールですね。こういう2つに分かれますね。今日本で
A Famicom in Japan costs 14,800 yen, about $130.
を出そうとしてます。これはファミコン。
We are trying to create a model that is cheaper.
それをその後でみんなで使う。
However, the Super Famicom consoles cost more than $200.
ですね。違う種類のまたソフトになってしまう。
If we were to redesign the console, the customers would have to buy new games all over again. It is for this reason that we leave the console as it is and develop new games for it. We determine our pricing based on the average allowance of a Japanese child. We see this sum of money as our point of orientation and constantly develop amusing new games. Do you play games better than a child? I play as well as a child because not too long ago I was a child. Nintendo doesn't produce games for a specific type of gamer. We have something for everyone.
Good luck.
We now enter the sanctuary. This is where the new games are produced. The fear of industrial espionage at Nintendo is so intense that only well-known games are running on the consoles in the area we are allowed to visit. And there we meet the charming father of Super Mario. I am Miyamoto. I am 40 years old. You are the creator of Super Mario. How did the idea come about?
小さいキャラクターで、やっ
I wanted to create a special character, so I thought of an Italian with a mustache.
ぱり
The figures appear very small on the screen, so I wanted to make him easy to identify.
鼻と口とか
That is why I exaggerated the proportions of mouth, nose, and eyes. I had to employ a few tricks to make the character easily recognizable, and thus Mario got his hat, his big nose, and his mustache. Super Mario is very popular around the world. There was even a movie released about him. Do you think that he will become as popular as Mickey Mouse? They are often mentioned in the same breath, but that is just an idea of the media.
の話題で、僕らはすごく
We have to be patient. Mickey Mouse is 50 years old. Super Mario has to turn 50 as well before we can have that discussion.
してもらえるわけで、
There is a lot of competition in the marketplace. What are your thoughts on this? It is above all a competition between the developer and the customer.
との作り手と
We try not to see the other companies as competition.
ライバル視すると、
We are only concerned with the quality of a new game when compared with the old ones.
たものが自分たちが前作ったものを超えてるかとか、それより面白いかということが基本だと思います。それはね、
Kids today have sports clubs after school. They go to tutoring, they have limited free time because they are constantly pushed by their parents.
で学校へ
Yet even at school, kids are thinking about video games. When they think about games that are not in front of their eyes, their sense of fantasy is at work. Even if one doesn't consider this a form of education, it is useful to have it as you become an adult. I think that is a positive thing.
だと思いますけどね。
In the USA and Canada, Super Mario 3 sold 12 million copies and 3 million in Japan.
で日本と
One out of 3 families has a game.
単純に言えば3件に1件起こした
We pose the questions to ourselves. Who are our customers and what are their needs?
どういう人たちがスポンサーでついてるかっていうこと。
Are you still as creative as you once were?
そこ
That is something that concerns me. Budgets are enormous. The development costs for a new game here at Nintendo are virtually limitless.
っていうのは自由ですよね。
If I were to develop games independently, I could not afford to do so without taking an enormous personal risk. That makes me a little nervous. But yes, sometimes I question whether I am a manager or a creator. Can you still draw?
書いてますよ
Yes. Goodbye, children. Goodbye.